All right, hi, I'm Mark Manor. This is Homer's Music in Omaha, Nebraska, and we're going to go over some new release vinyl for Friday, November 19th. And if you like this video, subscribe. Next week we're going to go through some Black Friday, Record Store Day picks, so make sure you check back in then. All right, this week, here it is. It's the big one. It's Adele. It's called 30, even though she's 33 now. So I always thought the numbers were her age, and maybe she did too. I don't know. But I looked it up to see if they meant anything anymore, and they really don't. So, but anyway, 30. Big record. I listened to it today. I did get the chance to listen to it. It's not all, you want to think that an Adele record is going to be like a lot of ballads, because the singles that have come out, last few releases have been really ballady. And, but no, there's a lot of mid-tempo, type songs on here, very soulful, very, raw. They're produced, but they're not overproduced. So, the reviews on this are incredible. Like Rolling Stone gave it 5 stars. Vulture gave it a great review. I mean, the critics think it's her best record from what I can tell, and it probably is. She kind of put everything into this, and so it's gonna be a big one this year. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss. So they put out a collaboration back in 2007. I think it was called Raising Sand, and at the time, real fresh collaboration. I mean, Alison Krauss comes from the bluegrass world, and she had some country crossover hits. And then, of course, Robert Plant is the frontman for Led Zeppelin. If you don't know that, I'm not sure why you're watching this video, but I've never been a huge Led Zeppelin fan. If you know me, you know that, but I do like Robert Plant's solo stuff, and I really like that collaboration they did back then. So this is good. I don't think it's as good as the Raising Sand. That was just like a really fresh thing for them, but this one's good. If you're into that, you should definitely check it out. Mostly kind of cover songs and things. They do I think a Merle Haggard song on here. They do Can't Let Go, which is written by Randy Weeks, and if you recognize that song, it was a kind of a big Lucinda Williams song off of her big album, Car Wheels on a Gravel Road. And that's probably one of the highlights on here. The other highlight on here is that Merle Haggard song, which is Going Where the Lonely Go. Allison kind of takes the lead on that one, and yeah, it's nice, real country. So anyway, check that out. All right, Omaha band Pony Creek. So I went and saw these guys live earlier this year, and it was like dipping my toes into the live music scene. After we'd all been kind of not going to watch live music. So. And they played a bunch of new songs at that show, and I was like, whoa, their songwriting really went up a few notches on this, on what they were doing on these new songs. And part of me was kind of like, well, maybe I'm just like, it's my first show back, maybe I'm just kind of overly stimulated from being out and watching live music. But no, I listened to this the other day, and these are very, very strong songs. If you like Americana and country music, check them out. I'm sure they have a Bandcamp page up if you are not in Omaha. Sticking with the country theme, Colton Wall, he's from Canada, one of our favorite country artists. He's pretty pure country guy. He's the whole ranch and riding horses and Western book kind of thing. So this was just a live show that he did with his band when he couldn't tour during the pandemic. So it's a lot of his songs, but again, there's cover songs on here, Roger Miller song, and it ends with a cover of Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother, which is the Ray Wiley Hubbard classic. Not Deja Vu, I know I showed you the Idols Crawler last week, but at the time I didn't know that only the black vinyl edition came out, and we sold through those so fast here, and I was like, oh boy. And I knew there was 2 other versions, but I guess they didn't come out till tomorrow. So if you're looking for the colored eco version or the gatefold double version on 45 RPM of this album, they're out tomorrow. So, all right. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, the No Nukes concert. This is, so this No Nukes thing happened at Madison Square Garden in '79. I mean, it was like I'm gonna forget everybody, but like the Doobie Brothers and Petty and John Hall from Orleans, Springsteen, of course. I mean, Bonnie Raitt, all the big artists of that time did this, No Nukes concert. I think Jackson Browne kind of was one of the main guys that organized it at Madison Square Garden over a few nights. This show is from the 21st and the 22nd of September, so it's kind of a mix of both those nights to make one cohesive show. This is a pretty legendary Springsteen concert, and I listened to it yesterday, and it was exciting. Yeah, so he does a cover of Buddy Holly's "Rave On" to close it out. Does the Detroit Melody, which was kind of, I think it was the Detroit Melody from this No Nukes concert that they used to play on the radio back in the day, not album oriented radio and stuff like that. Anyway, great show. I've been talking about these Lucinda Williams releases that have been coming out. Her quarantine album. She did the Petty covers album, the Dylan country, Southern Soul. There's supposed to be a Rolling Stones one coming. This is their Christmas one in that series, so if you've been collecting them, you should check this out. I haven't listened to it because it's too early to listen to Christmas music. So, another Christmas album that's of interest is the Manchester Orchestra. Have a full-length Christmas album out. They do the classics: Silent Night, White Christmas, Oh Holy Night, O Come Emmanuel. I mean, they ain't doing no novelty stuff. They're doing straight Christmas songs. So if you're a fan of that band, check it out. This is a jazz reissue. This is one of my favorite jazz records of Donald Byrd. It's called Places in Space. This came out in 1975. And I don't know why, but I have this obsession with the 1970s, just the feel of it. I love movies. I love the atmosphere that I can find, maybe. So this record, I bring it up because it just puts me in the 1970s. And it, obviously it shows it's funky. It's, it's not your standard, jazz record. I mean, there's funk, there's soul, there's Earth, Wind, and Fire type grooves, So if you're interested in getting into some jazz, I don't know. It's one of my favorite records. All right. Today, which is Thursday when we're filming this, is the 30th anniversary of U2's Octon Baby, which is the album that they reinvented themselves with. I mean, they did the whole Zoo TV tour. They did, so, I mean, it was a big deal. They could have made Joshua Tree Part 2 and it would have been just fine. But they took some risks and it paid off. I mean, a lot of times when bands reinvent themselves, it doesn't work, especially at that stage in their career, but this one definitely worked. Solid record all the way front to back. This kind of came as a surprise. I knew about it a couple weeks ago, but they really just announced it 2 days ago. So there's a standard black vinyl, there's a colored vinyl, and then they're going to be putting out like a remix album online tonight on streaming and some in this album. And then on December 3rd, they're going to release a digital box set online with like 22 unreleased tracks and remixes. So there's going to be a lot of Octon Baby in the next few weeks out in the world. All right, last but not least, I'm not a huge Kiss fan, but this is kind of a cool thing. The 45th anniversary of Kiss Destroyer is out Friday. This was their big album, their kind of commercial breakthrough record. I think it's their 4th album. It has Detroit Rock City on it. God of Thunder, Shout Out Loud. Of course, it has Beth, which, was the Peter Criss ballad. I love that song. Everybody loves that song. How can you not love Beth? Anyway, so this is coming out. This is a deluxe vinyl version. It has Paul Stanley demos, Gene Simmons demos, and then a whole side of rarities. And then, of course, there's the big CD box set, which has, because it's Kiss. I mean, Kiss has to have everything. So you get the Kiss Army kit replica on tour program. You get glossies, stickers. You get stage blueprints. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? Has some live shows, Blu-ray, all of that. So, shout it out loud. Celebrate some Kiss this weekend. That's what I got for you. Thanks.